Hi, I'm Russ Schuler, and it is Tuesday, October 26th, and I'm here at Plano West Senior High with head volleyball coach Brittany Bridge. And I first want to say congratulations for making the playoffs.
Thanks, we're really excited.
First, want to just talk about the year this year. How is your 2010 volleyball team?
I've got 8 seniors, but I've got a lot of younger kids that have really sort of stepped up to the plate and been some of the go-to players this year. And so even though we've been young on the court in some areas, we've played some of the top teams in the state this year. And although we haven't necessarily been successful in all of them, we've beaten some of the top teams that we never should have beaten, and the road along the way has just been so much fun. The girls have seen successes and seen how hard work can get you further than you really expected it to, and so it's been a lot of fun watching them grow and be successful when a lot of people counted us out at the beginning.
Well, Brittany, I know you've been coaching for 7 years here at Plano West. You've made the playoffs every single year. You've been to state, the regional tournament, really have developed a strong volleyball program here at West. In those 7 years, we've been in District 8 5A and 9 5A. We've had through realignment different teams in there. This year, of course, with the 3 Plano teams, Allen and the 4 Louisville schools. How does this district kind of match up?
Ever since I got to Plano West and was in this district, regardless of whether we were down with Lake Highlands, or whether we were with the Louisville schools, it's always kind of been known that every night is going to be a war. And so when you get to the playoffs and you're battling it out, lose and you go home, we've always said that it's been great practice because every night is just a war, whereas some school districts, you've got 1 or 2 top teams and everybody else in the district gets blown away. This year is especially hard and difficult because there's probably 3 teams that are ranked in the top 20 in the state. And so, not only has every night been a dogfight, but even though I have a really strong team, we're finishing tied in 3rd place. And so when you compare us to some other schools in other districts, we would be number 1, but our district is just so tough that you end up falling 3rd or 4th and you're thankful for it.
You just mentioned that you're tied with Allen for 3rd place, and I know tonight is the last district game against the Wildcats. You've already made the playoffs. What are you telling your kids tonight?
I think it's senior night for us, so the seniors are probably going to be a little emotional at the beginning. And so, you hope that a game like tonight, that those girls go out and have a good time, that they enjoy their last district match at home. But you also hope that in that they can continue to play hard, knowing that the playoffs are right around the corner. So we've talked about some new strategies, some new things that we really want to look at, and trying to implement that tonight, not necessarily in an easy game, but in a game that, absolutely matters. We don't want to lose it. But it's not one of those fight to the death, have to win situations. Even if we lost tonight and that put us in 4th place in the district, we'd still be okay with that. So you want them to have fun, but you also want them to still know that they've got to keep that mentality to really fight hard, because you can't just turn that on next week.
You bet. And talking about the playoffs, we go to the first round. It's called the bi-district. District 8 5A goes against District 7 5A. And as I step back and just look at the teams, 6 teams in these 2 districts are in the top 10 in the rankings, just in the Metroplex. What's your take on the first round of the playoffs? Is this the hardest first round you've ever seen?
It absolutely is. Most of the time in the first round, it's really easy. And then, your second round is kind of a challenge, but maybe something similar to a district game. And most of the time in the past, we have actually matched up with a district team in the regional quarterfinals to take us to regionals. And then the 2 times that I went to regionals, or 2 of the times that I went to regionals, one we lost in the regional final to a district foe, and the other time that we made it to state, we had to beat a district foe. So our district has always been super tough, and this year we actually line up with, I mean, it's probably 2 of the toughest districts in the state of Texas, having to battle it out in the first round. And so it's a shame because you see, I mean, some good teams are going to be going home on that first night. So, you know, you just, at that point, you just tell your kids that go out, have fun, work their butts off, see what they can do, and, you know, really and truly it's going to be anybody's night. It's a shame that a team is going to have to go home that probably still deserves to be in the playoffs, but it's just the way that the stars line up.
I know in the Dallas Morning News this morning they were talking about the football game this weekend for Plano versus Plano East, and whoever loses probably might not make the playoffs and might be the best team that doesn't make the playoffs, and I'm sure that in volleyball that's what's going to happen this year. Well, I do want to say just good luck.
Thank you.
I know there's a meeting tomorrow to determine all the coin flips and who's going to play and where, and so be looking to see in the paper where the game is going to be. It'll either be Monday or Tuesday, November 1st or 2nd, and we wish you all the luck, and so just hang in there and do your best. This is Russ Schuler and Brittany Bridge at Plano West Senior High.